Katie, who's 26, from Chicago, just came into studio. Now, Katie's a surprise guest. Katie, I heard, was out in the lobby of the building we work in, and Big Tad came up, and he was, of course, out of breath, because if he lifts his arm, he gets out of breath. And he said, dude, there's a chick down there, and she wants to see you because she says you sent for her. Katie?
Hi.
Good to see you, Katie.
Good to see you.
Katie, you believe we're married? Is that true?
I don't really believe we're married. I believed you were talking to me on Loveline when you had the show with Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
And I believed there were certain correlations that you were making to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really believe we're legally married.
But you've been together?
No, I don't. I know we're not physically together either. I feel we have a little bit of a connection, but I mean, it was worth me traveling 3,000 miles.
But we've never met before this.
No, we met once.
Oh, we did?
We met on Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
How did that work? We're at the same rally?
No, we were... I wanted to meet you, and so I flew here from Chicago to meet you. I have some friends in LA too.
You do, that you stay with?
Well, I'm kind of fighting with some of them right now.
Because they told you not to fly out here and meet Adam Carolla because Adam Carolla doesn't know who you are?
Exactly.
I see. So they're your sane friends. Okay. So now Katie, just to size up Katie, she's attractive. She's young. There's nothing wrong with her except for maybe her computer got a little coffee dumped on it at some point. Yes?
I don't have the internet at home, so...
I'm not talking about the computer at home. I'm talking about the one that resides in your skull.
Katie, are you upset that Adam Carolla is married to Lynette?
I don't think he's... I'm not... Do you really want me to share my feelings
Hold on. T, why are you C-blocking?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get in and understand Katie.
Dave, you know what that was?
She came all the way to 3,000 miles
I don't know
to see
what
you,
that was.
Adam.
I don't believe they're truly in love anymore.
Well, why not?
Because I think if they were truly in love, he wouldn't have been flirting so much with me on the radio.
On Martin Luther King Day?
No, you didn't flirt with me that day.
Oh, that's my people's holiday. But I mean, I flirted with you when you called Loveline some years ago.
Well, you flirted with me directly on the air.
I did. And you don't think I would have done that?
And then I heard things like, Katie, please come home, and like that you had a home for me, and all this stuff.
Now where did you? Where I understand, but where did you hear that part? Because I didn't say, Katie, please come home.
I guess that was a delusion.
So you have a condition, a pre-existing emotional, mental
I have bipolar
condition?
disorder.
Yeah, bipolar disorder. So there's this thing where part of you knows you have a disorder and knows this probably didn't happen. On the other hand, you're compelled to come out here from Chicago and see me.
Yes.
Is it sort of like, and we need to take a break, and we'll get into this in a minute, but I'm interested in how this works, is I find it interesting that a lot of people are aware that they have a disorder, an emotional disorder, yet they will still act out on things, sort of like sometimes when you're in a dream and you know you're in a dream, you're still frightened, you're still running from the giant, but there's a part of your brain that realizes you're in a dream. It doesn't stop you from acting out. Is that sort of what it's like with you, Katie?
I don't really know how to explain it. I just know that...
Man, I'm crazier than a rabbit's ass.
She's scared.
Brian,
please.
Can I just say, Adam, because you're farther away than I am, Katie, who is a beautiful girl, is shaking like a leaf.
I know. I'm very nervous. I've never been on the air before. So.
All right. Well, we'll get you a diet soda and take a break. You're doing fine.
You're doing
by
great.
the way.
Oh, good.
You compose yourself, and we'll see if we can sort this out.
Okay.
Listen, my wife knew I was a swinger when she met
apparently
me.
you guys aren't in love anymore.
Well, we'll move to Utah. It'll all be above the board. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with Katie, who flew out from Chicago, packed her bags, and flew out here and just came right to the radio station. She's a stalker, but she deserves her time on the air. So we'll talk to her after this. Katie, 26, flew out from Chicago Just brought your bags and flew out from Chicago.
That's right.
Just to see me.
That's right.
Now, Katie is attractive.
Yes.
Young.
Very tall.
Has
Thank
a
you.
little bit of a bipolar disorder, yes?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm. And you're on medication?
I'm on lithium and Geodon and Paxil.
And our relationship started years ago when I was on Loveline.
That's right.
We spoke
About 3.2 years ago.
3.2. We spoke on the phone a few times.
A few times.
And then we saw each other on Martin Luther King Day?
I think it was actually only one time that we spoke on the phone. And then I flew out here to meet you on Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
And how did that work? How did you see me?
I found out where you worked at K-Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And
You did what?
I met you.
You showed up at the station.
I showed up at the station just like I did today.
And we just invited you in. Yes?
No, at K-Rock you guys were not as friendly as you were here.
Yeah.
Oh.
We had an attitude over at K-Rock.
Yeah.
But we did see you, right?
Yeah, you don't remember that day?
Oh, I meet a lot of bipolar folks from Chicago who fly out here to see me. And you believe that we should be together.
I do.
Now, my wife is on the phone. Now, you claim I don't love my wife.
No, I'm sure you love her. But I don't really want to talk to Lynette
Why not?
because I don't want to compete with anyone.
But you think you'd be better for Adam.
I do think I'd be better for Adam.
I feel like if you talked to Lynette for 10 minutes, you wouldn't be so into me.
No.
I feel like she could sour you on me.
Well, I don't
Hold on.
want to be sour.
Lynette,
I wouldn't sour.
how did we celebrate our anniversary a few months back?
Well, I took my gift certificates that I got from my birthday and saved them up and went to Bloomingdale's and bought you 3 beautiful cashmere sweaters. And then I cooked you your favorite meal and had a nice dinner. And that was it.
And what did I get you?
Nothing.
Well, there you go. You see that, Katie? Is that what you want? Nothing for our anniversary?
No card. Nothing.
Nothing.
What do you say, Katie?
I still love him.
Well, Lynette, are you prepared to fight for what's yours?
Not really.
Oh, baby.
I just woke up. I don't know what's going on.
I
don't
thought
wanna
you got
know.
up at 6:30 and took the kids out for a walk every morning.
I got up at 6:30 and then we went back to sleep.
All right, well, that doesn't count.
Sonny's not feeling good.
Oh, that's my boy. Now, Katie, I already have children, and
I know they were born June 7th because you didn't want them
Hold
born
on, let
on
me write that down.
the evil day.
June 7th, right.
666.
I wanted to meet them.
All right.
No, not really.
Oh, no?
Katie might make a nice sitter.
You make a hell of a
I might
nanny.
make a nice stepmom.
Oh. Lynette,
Yes.
do you have Molly's football picks?
I have Molly here. I don't have her picture.
Oh, I bet if I would have asked Katie at 5:30 this morning if she would have got those picks, she would have been ready with those picks.
Katie, will you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and make him breakfast? Every day?
Who the babies?
No, me.
No, Adam.
Oh,
Because I'd like to talk about our
Of
schedule
course
here.
I would. I actually made him a cookbook to I came here in August, and I left it at Jimmy Kimmel Live, and it was a cookbook that I made for you when I was in the hospital. And I was going to use it I wanted you to use it for, well, it was a gift.
Well,
It
let
was a
me
gift.
just say. So
Is it for me or for him?
It was for Adam.
It was for me.
A cookbook for Adam.
It was to congratulate him for the twins.
Listen, baby.
Congratulations, Adam, on your twins.
Well, look, at least she's thinking about cooking. Please. Now, so you would get up like Brusket's wife does. You get up at 4:30 in the morning and make me some eggs and bacon in the morning. So when I came
For
downstairs,
you, I would do anything, Adam.
All right.
and waffles, would you make me waffles
yes,
on the
I would.
weekends?
If you wanted me to, yeah. I'm not the best cook in the world, but
Yeah.
I'd be willing to learn.
Well, listen, you learn on the job, and then you'd have a meal waiting for me when I returned from a long day's work.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, she hesitated a little.
It's true.
Because the bloom's off the rose with Lynette, I got to be honest with you. All right, baby doll. Maybe I'll be back, maybe I won't. I really got to see how the rest of the interview goes. Can you get Molly to make her football picks?
Yeah, she's here.
She wouldn't get her lazy ass out of bed this morning.
Yeah.
I tried to roust Molly at 5 a.m. to drag her with me to work. She was not going. To drag her. She wouldn't go. So I figured, screw it, I'll leave her at home. She can make her picks. So get her picks, all right?
Okay.
All right. And look, if you want to come down here and fight Katie, I would be...
Oh, it's cold outside. I don't know. I think I'll stay home.
All right, baby. All right.
Katie, quick question. I assume this goes without saying, but do you find Adam an attractive man?
Very.
What do
Wow,
you...
this broad is loony.
What do you love about me, Katie?
I love that you're talented and you're smart and that you're creative and imaginative and that you're very, it seems easy to get along with. And I love that you're tall and that you didn't shave today. I think it's very sexy.
It's quite a day, like
Is Adam
every
all
day.
you'd hoped?
Well, yes, he is.
So again, Katie, you flew out from Chicago. Did you have a plan, or did you just get on an airplane and come out here?
I know the routine when it comes to
Stalking
as you
me?
said, stalking you. Yeah, I'm getting better at it.
Do you stay with friends out here?
Well, there is this girl, Chris, that I stay with. She's kind of a religious fanatic, but
She had to.
she's hot. Yeah, she's very pretty. But we're not getting along right now because she didn't approve of this.
Of you showing up here at the Adam Carolla
She
show.
thinks I'm a home wrecker.
So she told you when you said, look, I'm thinking about getting on a plane from Chicago, flying out to L.A. and stalking Adam Carolla. She tried to talk you out of it.
Well, no, the last time I was here, when I gave the cookbook to Jimmy Kimmel, Chris actually, that's when we had a big fight. So she doesn't know about this visit.
I see.
Can I
But
ask Katie? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you mentioned you were in the hospital. What were you in there for?
For Adam Carolla delusions.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Look, I hate to say it, but I'm flattered. I really am. You've arrived as a celebrity when you have a stalker, that's all.
Well, I mean, just don't put a restraining order against me and we'll be fine.
I didn't do that before, did I?
No.
Okay, so you came out here. Now, what is the big plan for you, Katie? Because you're attractive, you're young,
Thank
you're
you.
intelligent, you have a bipolar disorder, you have medication to take for it. Eventually, you're going to want to sort of move your way back toward reality, get married, have a family, move back to
eventually.
Chicago, all that stuff. What is the plan? Are you able to work?
Yeah, I have a job at the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, really? So if we hooked up, I could get a break on whatever, cheesecake and, hot dishes and things like that?
They do have one of those out here, so if you wanted to be closer to Adam,
Thanks, baby.
transfer to Beverly Hills.
Look, any pedophiles that want to be closer to Teresa just move to Koreatown.
They're basically all camped out
So
on my lawn.
you have a job. Do you live at home?
I'm renting. I live alone.
You live alone.
And I eat my cuisines every single night by myself.
Oh,
Wait, I
and-
do that too.
And you have no boyfriends in your life?
No boyfriend.
Why not? Are you holding out for me?
No,
What? You bitch.
No.
Two-timing you,
3,000
Carolla.
miles come here to insult me?
No, it's not. Well,
Who are you seeing? Are you seeing somebody else?
no.
What's his name?
no.
It's not. It's not Stu from the kitchen, is it? Because I'll snap that puss like kindling.
No,
Man cow.
I am holding out for you, but I don't know if
better.
you're married with Lynette. I mean, I don't want to be a home wrecker.
Well, no, but have you seen the statistics on divorce and especially Hollywood marriages
But
these
Adam,
days?
don't you think it would be better if she did move on and dated somebody else? I know it's hard, but she's been in the hospital for Adam Carolla delusion. Maybe this could cure her.
I suppose. Do you
11
listen?
times.
All right.
What?
11 times?
3 years.
Dios mío.
I do feel like you should move on. Do you
I
listen?
don't think she should move on. This is good for ratings. She should continue
No, I
stalking
don't
you.
want to move on.
But I'm
here.
spoken for. Do you ever listen to Frosty, Heidi, and Frank?
No.
Okay, they're funny. Funny. The fellas are single, I believe, on the show.
Yeah, handsome, Frank, very handsome.
Just down the hall.
No.
Okay, all right. Listen, I'm just trying to make lemonade out of lemons here. You flew all the way out from Chicago. Now, when are you due to go back to Chicago?
Sunday night.
Sunday night. And then when you get back, you can resume your work, pay your rent, and do all that.
Well, when I get back, my parents want me, even though I'm technically old enough to not to refute their decision, but they want me to go back to the hospital because they were very upset when they found out I was in California.
Now, did they ever think about talking to me? Because maybe I could have just called you up and talked you out of it.
My dad constantly wants to talk to you, but I keep telling him I don't have his number.
We'll get him on the phone next break.
Yeah, we'll talk to him, and I'll see if I can get some sense, through him to you.
Okay.
All right. Hang out, Katie. I think we can fix this up. I really do. I don't want to see you going to the hospital for a 12th time because of me. Although, again, flattering. I hate to see you going through it.
I would hate it, too.
All right.
It's not fun.
Lynette, you listening? Start rattling those pots and pans, baby. There's a new sheriff in town, and she's got a skillet.
Let's just hope the first dish she serves isn't Molly and boiling hot water.
Oh.
Katie is crazy. She's from Chicago. She flew out here to see me. She thinks we're having a relationship. She does have one foot in the sane pool, though, and the other one is on the ground on the crazy side, yes?
Yes.
Part of you that sort of knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. All right, baby doll, hang with us. We'll see if we can't straighten out this whole mess. All righty. Well, Katie's 26. She has a condition. She looks fine, but her brain's a little bit jumbled. She came out from Chicago. She's come out to Chicago before. She's, I guess, my only stalker. She believes we should be together, but you don't think we have been together, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you're nuts, but you're not crazy.
Right. Well, not yet. I mean, I'd like to be with you.
Right.
Eventually, but
get in line, baby.
I don't believe. In fact, it's hard to fantasize about you because I've never been with you. So I find it really hard to do.
Have you ever pleasured yourself to me? This would be a nice feather in my cap.
Honestly, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened in this fantasy?
Well, it's just, it's a little personal. I'd rather not talk about it.
What was I doing?
That's as far as I go. No, I'm not going to go any deeper into that.
I wasn't performing oral, was I?
Maybe.
Wow. That was a dream. Ask around. But I'll tell you this. Nobody receives like the Ace Man. You know, a lot of guys, Katie, a lot of guys talk about how much they can pleasure a woman and how good they are with a woman sexually. Not me. I got to say I'm fair to middling on that, but nobody receives oral like me. You know what I'm saying?
I'd love you to give me the chance to do that.
Really?
Because nobody gives like me.
Oh, really?
Well, Adam, you've often said that, and no offense, Katie, but you've often said that crazy women are the best in bed.
Yeah, you don't want sane in the sack. You want nuts in the sack.
What is with the Jew?
Yeah, sorry.
Excuse me, we tried to get the father on the line, and he won't come on. He's very concerned, though, and he says basically she's got to go to a psychiatric ward like now, and we should probably call the cops or whatever, or just escort her to the psychiatric ward or get her on a plane
Hold
right
on.
back to
That's
Chicago.
my dad.
Katie, are you on your
Dad.
medication today?
Yeah, of course. Oh, actually, I didn't take it yet, but it's only 9, so that's okay.
Yeah, did you allow for the time difference? You may be a little late on those meds.
No, it's fine. I'll take it after this.
Well, here's the thing, Katie. We're having some fun at your expense, and we thought this would be interesting radio. And again, look, you flew all the way out here from Chicago. Might as well put you on the air, even if it maybe sends a dangerous message. But you're attractive. You're young. There's
Thank
nothing
you.
wrong with you. You're employed. You take care of yourself. You get on your meds. You have a good life.
Yeah, that's true.
And your
It's a
dad...
matter of staying on the meds.
Yeah, your dad loves you, and your dad's concerned. You understand that, right?
Well, yeah, but I don't think, yeah. I think he's old.
He's old.
Yeah, he doesn't,
Doesn't mean he doesn't know anything. Doesn't mean he doesn't love you.
yeah, I know. whatever.
Oh, little issue there with that. And when were you always bipolar? What was it like for you in high school?
I wasn't diagnosed with it till I was 20. Actually, I remember watching The Man Show and seeing your face and being really happy
Because you probably have some manic episodes where you're really happy and stay awake for a few days, yes?
yeah, those are horrible.
Oh, I see. The manic is worse than the depression.
Yeah, it really is.
All right. Well, let me take a call over here for a second. Tim,
Yes.
what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, hey, I think you're missing the bright side here, Adam. I mean, how many people have their own disorder named after them, and that's immortalizing you?
Well, I'm not sure if I have a disorder named after me.
Carollitis.
Well, when they put you in the hospital, they said it was because of Adam Carolla delusions, right, Katie?
Well, it was because of delusions. They call it schizoaffective, actually. It's when you believe people are talking directly to you on the radio and
Right.
all this stuff.
And
Adam Carolla disorder.
have you ever had this with any other celebrities?
No, none others. I'm pretty level-headed when
What are
it
you
comes
going
to
to
other
do?
people.
You never had the grease man talk to you? Schmucker.
No.
No? All right.
I don't know about that.
Little radio joke there. Well, Katie, you want to hang in and do the news with us?
Sure.
And then we're going to take care of you.
Okay, good.
Now, I don't mean we're going to throw a party for you, but we're gonna see that you get some help,
Okay, thank you.
right? It's
Are
important.
you open to that?
Of course.
Yeah, you're taking your meds. It's just when you don't take your meds, it fires up, it flares up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. T,
Yes.
what's in the news, baby doll?
Well, today's gay sexual scandal involves the president of the National Association of Evangelicals, a big association with 30 million members. Now, the reports are that this reverend, the head of the Evangelical Association, had been paying a man to have sex with him for 3 years. The man he's been paying came out and told the media, this guy's been paying me for sex for 3 years. The reason why he came out is because the reverend is adamantly opposed to gay marriage.
Yeah. You taking a look at that guy?
Yeah, Reverend Ted Haggard.
Oh, boy. I got to tell you, I'm not 100% with my gaydar, but I'm in the high 90s, and boy, did I lock on to him with my AWACS many, many years ago.
Well, Nicole Richie is no stranger to the hospital. She was in once before for heroin addiction, and
Hold on a second, baby doll. Breaking news.
What?
We have Dee, Katie's mom, on the phone.
Good.
From Chicago.
Hello.
Dee?
Hello.
Dee?
Hi, what is this?
Well, that's what we're calling about.
Sir,
down.
hello.
Hello.
Sir, let me talk. Please, get my daughter off the air right now. Please. She is mentally ill. Do you
Oh, my
understand?
God.
She doesn't know what she's doing. You need to get her off the air now. I'm asking you nicely.
Well, what would you like us to do with her?
Just get her off the air right now.
Well, that can be done in a second, but then
No,
what?
this is not funny.
Well, we don't
This
think
is
it's
not
funny.
amusing.
Where would we
saying
take
it's
this?
This
funny,
is a
but-
mentally ill woman.
Well, what would you like us
Goodbye,
to
right now.
Send her back. Oh, I see why you have
Well,
your
she's
problems.
worried.
And your dad's the bad one?
That wasn't useful information. I couldn't tell what she wanted us to do.
Well, we could get you off the air and
But
throw
then
you out in the
what?
lobby, but then what?
Yeah, that's true.
It seems like you need to be in the care of a professional.
Why
Yeah.
don't you call your mom right now? You
Are you
can go
okay?
into the green
It's okay.
room and talk to your mother and
No,
ask her
she's-
what she'd like you to do.
That's their solution to everything. Take her to the hospital.
Well, you have a disorder. I mean, they're worried about you.
I know, but I'm not a threat to myself or anyone else.
Yeah, but I still feel like
point.
they are concerned about you and feel like you have a condition that needs to be taken care of. And that this may be an episode.
Are you
Yes?
upset, Katie?
No, I'm embarrassed. That's all.
All right. Well, listen, I heard Mom loud and clear. I think we ought to get you off the air now. Why don't you call your mom from the green room?
Okay.
Ask her. Yeah. Ask her what she'd like you to do and what we could do for you. Brusket, are you walking her out or is there food out there?
Both. He's going towards a donut and the phone.
All right.
and I don't know which is the priority, but now I'm very concerned about Katie.
Now well, look, I don't want people to think we've brought her out here because Tad found her on MySpace and this is a radio stunt. I was told that there's someone out in the lobby who's a huge fan who flew out from Chicago, and I said, bring her up and put her on the air, and that's what we did. Yeah, we got some mileage out of it, but I don't think we're liable in any way, shape, or form, and I think we're being fair with her.
It may be for the best because it seems as though she's out here on her own, and now we can get her to somebody who can help her. So it may be that it's for the best that she showed up here.
Right. Okay, we're saints.
Or it was just two really good segments.
Go ahead, T. Oh, yes, Now, what were we talking about? The gay Reverend scandal.
Yes, I was just going to move on to the
but wait a minute. Let me say this.
Yes.
When they interview this guy.
Yes, Reverend Haggard.
Reverend Haggard. He's like, hey, how about these allegations? And he's like, I don't know about that. You know, it's an election year. If you never met this guy who people allege you had a gay affair with, wouldn't you be like, are you people crazy? I've never met this guy before. Where's the lie detector? And go ahead and hook me up and roll the cameras, baby.
Well, obviously our brains are wired to take in a lot of visual information and synthesize it, such as you've done. Mm-hmm. And there you have it on Reverend Haggard.
Gee, when is the last time you were the second sanest person in the room or the least sanest person in the room? I'm saying
it's jarring. I'm like, you know what? I'm not on any medication. You could argue I should be, but I've never been hospitalized.
I got a little contact high from Katie right there.
I'm so upset. It was really upsetting sitting there because she was physically shaking and she looked so upset. And I can't imagine what it's like to know that you're having a delusion, but you still can't stop having it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
By the way, whatever the mom wants, whatever she wants, we're going to take care of her. We have to take her to a hospital.
Please.
We got to take her somewhere.
We should take her to a hospital. She's not well.
We're going to talk to the mom and figure it out, but yes.
If she won't have sex with Tad, we should definitely just take her right to the hospital.
All right, I'm going to move on. I'm going to push ahead. Nicole Richie also been in the hospital for some disorders, and now...